Okay, so we're just recording now. Great. So you're very welcome to our LinkedIn workshop. So it follows on nicely from last night's workshop on CVs. So hopefully, oh, there we go. There are my slides. Okay, so I just want to make sure you guys are still with me, so I'll keep you over there. Okay, so the pre-class activity was just to think about using LinkedIn. Have you got an account? Hopefully you have. Have you personalized your URL so that it is identifying with your name? I think that happens automatically now, but if it doesn't, I can show you how to do that. Have you set up job alerts? So these are things that you can be using LinkedIn for before you update your profile. Are you following companies? At that point, then you want to update your profile. You're going to be needing a professional photograph, enough that looks like an interview shot, really. Then you connect with people, request recommendations, promote yourself. So there's loads you can use LinkedIn for, and it really, really is quite advantageous when you're looking for graduate opportunities, internships, you're researching companies, or you're looking for entry-level positions. It's also great as a research tool when you're updating your CV, because you can look for jobs you used to have, and you can find the language that's current. You can find the job title that's current. Sometimes I find with students that they've done work in a different country and the job title isn't quite what we call it here. So if you do a bit of research and you find a job, maybe you want to change the title of it to suit what we would call that position here. So I'm encouraging you never to use Google Translate for CVs or for information you might have on LinkedIn. It's better to find the information that's current, that's out there at the moment. You can publish articles on LinkedIn too, which can look really good if you're trying to promote yourself and show evidence-based links to potential employers. So we're going to be looking at all that. If there's anything else you'd like covered, just pop a message in the chat, which I will check periodically, or just turn on your mic and ask me. Was that okay so far? Hope so. We do have some feedback forms, so just to show you where that is, when you do go into the Moodle, you'll see into the student success page. You're going to see there that there is a, I might just take a second to register. Oh. So I can hear somebody in the background, so if you wouldn't mind, yeah, just keeping on mute when you're not speaking, fine to turn off mute if you want to ask a question. But again, if we go into the student success classes, we can check here. There's the feedback form. So if you've enjoyed this class, please leave a message, or if you haven't enjoyed it, or if you'd like something else covered in during the classes, please let me know, because these student success classes are for you guys. So it's important that we get your feedback. So there's just a direct link to it too. I popped it in the chat there. Okay, so LinkedIn. So there I am using LinkedIn as part of your job search strategy. So do let me know if you can't hear me okay, or if there's any issues with slides. So do you use LinkedIn? Having a robust LinkedIn profile is a must for job hunting. I would say it's a must. Connecting with people, following companies, knowing how to use LinkedIn can be vital to finding and securing the job you are looking for. So for example, following a company, many companies have their own open days. They invite people in, they have pre-interview discussions or talks. They post very interesting information that you should use in an interview. So if you're not following the companies that you're interviewing for, that you're applying for jobs for, then you really are at a disadvantage. So I really would be encouraging you to, when you're on LinkedIn, to follow companies for information. It's a fantastic research tool. So before you do anything else in terms of updating your profile, you can use it as a research tool. How? Well, it's one of the world's largest professional networks, not such much a social network. It's not a Facebook or Instagram, Twitter. It's more a professional network. So the people that you're connecting with would be your peers in college, your colleagues, your work colleagues, people you've worked for before. It's not necessarily all your friend base on LinkedIn. It's really about using it in a professional capacity in terms of looking for work. Can you use LinkedIn to find the right job or internship? Oh, yes, you can. You can connect and strengthen professional relationships and learn the skills you need to succeed in your career. A complete LinkedIn profile can help you connect with opportunities. So sometimes the application tracking systems or employers will use LinkedIn directly just to hire graduates or hire people in general. So just having a complete profile and saying that you're available for work is important as well, once your LinkedIn profile is up to date. But you can also use it to promote yourself, and you'll see more and more people are doing that more and more. So they can write articles, post photos, videos, articles, and much, much more. I'm going too fast, of course. Do stop me, do jump in. Create a profile. So that's the very first thing. So sign up to LinkedIn. If you haven't done already, just register. Now, what I mean when you're registering is you just put in a name and a password and you join now. So you press the join now button. Hopefully you're all on LinkedIn already. Connect with me, connect with CCT. So follow companies you're interested in. Follow companies you'd like to work for, know what is happening with them right now. Okay, so let's just do by example. So you can follow, so there is CCT on LinkedIn. Okay, so CCT College, and you're going to see some different posts, and this is an absolute way of people promoting themselves. Here we go. This is Francisco, and he is promoting the fact that he's got his certificate, that he's had his graduation, and he can link that post back into his CV. It's qualifying, it's evidence-based that he's actually got a degree, that he's recently graduated, because that's what he will be saying on a CV. So we can like that, and that's great, and we can say congratulations. Yeah, and post. Yeah, so now you will see that I, who also work for CTT, have congratulated him. So it validates that his certificate is from CCT. So you should see quite a few people here. Delighted to announce I've graduated from CCT with a Bachelor of Arts in Business. So this is people promoting themselves. They're taking all of the photographs. They're going to post pictures. And again, we can just post. So I must go down and do all of these. So you've got lots of different people posting, and here holding the actual certificate. So I had a question recently about URLs for certificates. Well, this is evidence really as well. You've got the graduation photograph, and it's backed up by the certificate there, and people congratulating, 84 impressions. So CCT is a great repository and a source because it's our college page. Also, we have an alumni page, so you can join the alumni once you've graduated. And so that's going to be there under groups. So this is more when you've graduated. There's a CCT alumni group, and I post a lot of information on there, just different things that are happening in Dublin. So both pages are quite important. So I can just post those links there into the chat for you. So this is the alumni page. Okay, and then the CCT homepage, which everyone should join. And this is a great place where you could be showcasing your own work. Yeah, and just like the students have been doing there, so they're showcasing their achievements. Okay, so there we go. What's the, I don't think it's the admin. Hopefully that link there should work. Okay. Okay, so the URL, so personal profile. So you've got your profile here. So there's different sections on LinkedIn. The home page, this will follow people that are that you're following. It'll promote their posts. Okay. So again, great, fantastic, more of the graduates, yay, more of the certificates, great to see people promoting themselves. You can see who's viewed your profile recently, impressions about your posts. So you can see different notifications, you can follow and get certain feeds. So that's the home page. The network shows up people in your network. Okay, so it goes across this way from the top. So we'll just go. So you want connections. I've got far too many, but that's because I connect with all you students. Once I can see CCT on your profiles, and I know you're a student, and I can connect in with you. Contacts, groups. I'm a member of 18 groups, events, different pages, newsletters, hashtags. So in terms of connections, sometimes LinkedIn will ask you, can it pull all the email addresses from your, you see here, add personal contacts. I don't know if I'd necessarily recommend that. I think you're better off to add people individually, okay? So rather than putting in your email address and then it going through your email, people may not want to be contacted. Your whole email address will have lots of personal contacts. They don't necessarily want to be connected with you on LinkedIn, and you don't necessarily want them to connect with you on LinkedIn. These are more about maybe your class colleagues, your peers, your tutors, your professional work colleagues, people you've worked with before. They're the type of people. So you just pop in somebody's address, some email address, and then you can continue, okay? And then it will send them a little message. Now, when you're connecting with somebody, I would say that you need to personalize your message. Yeah, so you may want to just add in a personal message when you choose somebody that you want to work with, okay? So you've seen student of information technology. So they've connected with me 1 week ago. So these are my recent connections. And then I can message them directly once I have connected with them. So just be a bit careful about that. You'll need people's email addresses, or you can look them up on LinkedIn. So you might want to, let's see, I don't know if maybe one of you I can use as a reference. I don't know. Abdu, are you on LinkedIn? Are you there somewhere? Not sure if that's you. You're laughing. Is that you? I'm trying to see. Is it? No?
No.
Are you on LinkedIn?
No. Yes, I am. Yeah.
Okay, let's find you. Where are you?
You see my picture though. I'm there years and years.
Oh, you're there years and years. I see. Is it under that name?
Yes, Abdu. Yeah.
Yeah. Can you see your picture?
There's lots of them in there, to be honest.
Oh, is there?
No.
Have you CCT on your No. What else could I put in here that would
you can put IT Carlo.
IT, yeah, okay. See if anything comes up there. No.
Oh.
All in one word.
All in one word. IT Carlo.
Yeah, it's just anyway, just to give you an example. No, that's right.
There it is.
Which one? This
that's
one?
It. The one you're pointing at. Yes, that's myself.
Let me look. Oh, okay. So I found you. Ooh, okay.
I look much younger.
Yeah, so I connect with you, okay?
Yes,
so we're
please.
just going to do that. So we
yes.
say connect, okay? We'll say met at a work-related event or work. Yeah.
Lovely. Thank you.
Met at a work-related event. Connect. Now, when you're connecting with people, guys, what I want you to do is add a note. We don't want a bog standard. We don't want to say, so, you personalize it.
Thank you.
So you put in a little message. Great if you were at a recruitment event. Great to meet you today. I would love to connect on LinkedIn. Yeah. So
okay.
and Hannan.
Thank you.
CCT. So you're personalizing it. So you can see here you have a little mini word count, and that's going to be a lot stronger, guys, than just the standard. If you press connect, and if you choose everything, the whole address book from your email, it's just going to send very generic messages to connect. So I think if you really are interested in connecting with somebody, you need to add a personalized message when you're connecting. Okay, so that's the networking piece. So again, just to be careful and aware that you're not pulling all of the information from your emails. I would say do it individually. Jobs, this is an interesting one. Before you even get to your profile, which is way over here. So right now, all we've done is registered. You haven't updated your profile. You might need some time to do that. It's going to take a little while, but you can set up job alerts. You see this little guy here?
Yeah.
Little things like interview prep as well, resume builders. So there's loads of little things here that can help you along, but the job alerts is really cool. So job alerts. So you'll see here, I've lots of ones here. Remote analytics, internships, graduate programs, digital marketing, graduate program, remote, etc., etc. So if I want to add a job alert, so I'm just going to put in jobs and we're going to have a little look. So let's put in, for just example, cybersecurity, and we might turn this alert on. Okay, so all you do then, I'm putting in, these are the jobs, cybersecurity analyst. We want to get maybe everything, specialist analyst, consultant. So we'll keep it short. So we'll just put in cybersecurity, and then we will put our search in, and we're going to turn this on now. So that means that we're going to get an email the minute anything comes in with the word cybersecurity. We're going to get an alert about that. It can come to our email. And what's good about that is that you're going to hear about jobs the minute they become available. So that's really key. And you can do all of this before you update your profile. You can get the information on jobs. And I would say be creative here. So maybe just Abdu, if you want to tell me, what area are you studying at the moment? Or anyone, you can pop.
Sorry, I was muted. Data analysis.
Data analysis. So, so for example, for you, you might put in analytics.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. So just analytics, because you don't want to miss out on any kind of word searches. And it can be Ireland, because of course there's lots of remote jobs at the moment. So again, or you might put in junior, and you'll see there's a web investigator, but that's the name of the company, Hatched Analytics. Analytics development internship program with Optum. So that could be a very interesting one.
Very good, yes.
Yeah. So you're going to get the information on these jobs immediately, because now you have created your little alert is on, and you're going to get this information. Now, again, you could think quite creatively around this, and you might want to put in some of the more technical skills like Python, Java, Scala, and all of those. Or Tableau, for example, comes up a lot with anything to do with analytics. So again, instead of having the job, you could have Tableau. And that could be a separate alert, okay? So always think of that. So we just do the search here now, and let's see what kind of jobs come up. But what you want is, you don't want to miss out on any type of jobs, okay? Yeah. So again, you're going to get all of these jobs have some link with Tableau in there. Yeah, so there's different intelligent automation specialist, analytics development, junior financial data analyst. So Optum are hiring a little bit in this area at the moment. Yeah. So think about, guys, the applications, okay, that's one thing, the name of the jobs, which vary. And the last thing as well is if you speak another language. Abdu, do you speak another language?
Yes.
Do you speak Arabic?
Arabic, yeah.
And that can be a mad search just to see what jobs are linked to that. Yeah.
Lovely, yeah.
So you could look here, game tester. Again, it's related to IT. So I don't know why this has come up twice now. JP Morgan Chase, global sales development, automation specialist, product specialist, remote opportunity. So again, these are just being creative about what job search you set, and then you just turn your little alert on, and you're going to get the information on all of those. If there are too many, you can go back in and you can just go into your alerts and you can update them. You might want to just fix them and get rid of some and add some new ones. And of course, you can filter again, company, job type, etc., etc. So this jobs tab is really, really cool. And this is something that you can be using before you update your profile. This is just the messaging, okay? So you can instant message people that you're connected with. And this is notifications. So people I'm following, what's going on. I can have a quick look here just to see what's going on, okay, with anyone I'm following, okay? Analytics jobs, here we go. I've obviously set it up as an alert. So there you go. I can see anything that's come in recently with analytics. Companies again are another. So I'm just going to follow one train of thought because sometimes it can make sense to do it from beginning to end. So again, when we're looking here on LinkedIn, okay, that's Bangkok based, that's an agency, but you usually find that it's actually companies that advertise on LinkedIn, as opposed to a lot of the time it's agencies on maybe other job search engines. So data analyst at Microsoft. So we might want to then maybe start following Microsoft because maybe they have quite a few jobs that we might be interested in, okay? So we want to click on Microsoft. And you can see I'm already following them, okay? So I can unfollow and then I can follow. So the companies that you are applying to, that you'd like to work with, make sure you're following them. And I'll show you why. So we're turning this on now, I'm following. So I'm going to get notifications from Microsoft. You don't want to miss out. They have information there about jobs. So they'll tell you what's happening, what are they hiring for at the moment and where. You also will have information on life. So if you're going for an interview with Microsoft, you might want to see what the life is about there so you can refer to it. You know, I attended my first employee resource group event. You can get a sense of the company culture. And it can be very easy to get a lot of information from LinkedIn. You may not necessarily get the information as quickly from the Microsoft website because the Microsoft website is selling both products and services. Looking them up on LinkedIn is going to be a lot more about the company, and it's a much better tool to use for research and before an interview. Okay, you can learn a little bit about the people. Who are they? What do they do? And again, of course, events. Are they running any events that could be good for you? They have an industry fair, that's Hong Kong, obviously, cybersecurity summit. Some of these might be online. So maybe, maybe an online event, why managers are critical to hybrid work, online event. So you can see things here, and there is the potential for networking here, okay? There's a potential to go to an event or attend online, chat to people and meet people and network with people. Also, just again, on the home page or the about section is very useful. So if you're called for an interview, you usually have to be aware of what the mission statement or the values are of a company. And this little piece here, the about section, can be really useful for that. You've got the overview, okay? Every company has a mission. What's ours? So immediately you're going to find what is Microsoft's mission statement. And if you're applying to them, if you are going for an interview with them, you need to refer to this to empower every person and every organization to achieve more. So they want high achievers. And that's the type of person you need to present as when you go for an interview with Microsoft, but not just the interview. This needs to come across in terms of your CV. So under key skills, you may want to be saying that you are an achiever, you're a go-getter, you are resilient, you are a self-starter. We believe in technology. Technology can and should be a force for good, and that meaningful innovation contributes to a brighter world in the future and today. So they're also looking for innovators. So this little piece here can give you a lot of information that needs to be packed into either your CV, your letter of application, or an interview. You can also hop to the website, but sometimes it's just much easier to get the information on a company through LinkedIn. If they're on LinkedIn, you can get just so much more information. And what do they do? Where are their headquarters? So interesting things like that. Because if I asked you what Microsoft did, you'd be, they do quite a lot. And here they have it in their specialities. So you might be asked, well, what division would you like to work in? Oh, business software or home and educational software. So you can refer here with a level of understanding and knowledge in advance. So really, I cannot stress how useful this is. And this again, guys, is way before you even update your profile. You're following companies, you're seeing what are they saying about themselves. You're going for an interview with Microsoft. What are they saying about themselves this week? When it comes to taking steps to reduce waste, the juice is always worth the squeeze. I don't know what that's about, but there's a little video there. Since their inception, Microsoft has been a proud sponsor of the AI Awards Ireland. Yeah, so there we go. They are a sponsor of this, and this is information that looks very useful at an interview when you're trying to make Microsoft stand out from another similar technology company. And they like that, companies that are interviewing, they want to know that you really have researched them. What do you know about Microsoft that makes them different to Dell, to Intel? What are the specifics? They don't want generic information because anyone could say that. Oh, you're a big technology company. You're a global leader in your field. That's all waffle. It means nothing. You say, hey, you're a sponsor of this award, and you can just go on and have a look at what else has been going on for Microsoft, really. So in terms of research tool, it is absolutely fantastic. Okay. So that's the following. So we've got the notifications. So let's just have a look here at we'll go back to the slides and will prompt me of what to show you next. But do jump in with any questions. So following companies, know what's happening with them right now. So any companies you're interested in working with, you also get a sense of who's hiring. So we go back here and we were looking, on our jobs, and we were putting analytics. Who's hiring right now? Because that will tell you the companies you should be following. Okay. Optum. Okay. I should be following Optum for sure.
I wrote it down already.
Yeah. So this is just, now I'm just using this as an example, guys. You're going to be putting in whatever it is that you're interested in. See here again, we've got summer internship with Citibank, data analytics graduate program with Allianz, which are insurance. So there's quite a few interesting things coming up here. Risk analysis, AIB, fresh graduates. This is a recruitment agency. No harm in checking out what they're offering as well. SIG, summer intern. So KPMG, you're doing a bit of hiring as well. Follow the companies, check out the roles, watch the videos, all of that kind of thing. So so we follow the companies we're interested in working for. Follow. And follow CCT, so you can post any amazing information about yourself. It's really can be used as a platform for self-promotion. Set up your daily or weekly job alerts, really key. And remember what I said, it's not just about the job alerts, the name of the role, and analysis, analytics, or in terms of software engineer can also, different things have different names, but don't forget the creative job searching, the languages you speak, or the applications, the Java, the Python, the CRM systems, the MIS systems, the project management, the Microsoft Office, the Google Workspace. These things can throw up some very interesting jobs too. The good thing about the why you would set up the job alerts in the first place is the jobs come to you as soon as they go live, which then allows you an opportunity to send your best possible application. So it allows you some time to really send a good application. And that's one of the key advantages. And the fact that you don't miss any jobs. You can turn off the alerts if you're getting too many random jobs that aren't really related, and you can just change the search criteria to something different. Okay. So we have different ones. Summer intern could be useful for people, software engineer, graduate business analyst, or just analyst might be good, or analytics, two separate searches. You want to pick up words analyst, analytics. So be creative. See, here we've got a mixture of things. We've got languages, Portuguese, Russian, whatever, Microsoft project, Python, MySQL, CRM systems, Excel can be quite lucrative in terms of throwing up interesting jobs. So you're setting up multiple job alerts so that you're not missing any really interesting roles. All different possible versions of job title. So for example, software graduate, software application engineer, software developer intern, software programmer, junior Java programmer, Python developer, all in the same arena, but all slightly different. So you might want to put in programmer, put in software, and just see, you can put in Java, Python, see what is thrown up. And on the business side, same again, HR graduate, executive recruitment consultant, HR officer, talent acquisition, and on it goes, recruitment generalist, all again, different titles for similar jobs. So you need to think about not cutting off, not putting in too long a job title and just leaving it once. You need to think around what other job titles are there for that same role when you're job hunting. Use the keywords, all of that sort of stuff, SAP, Scrum, Python, all of these things. So any applications you use that you're familiar with, that you're proficient in, I would be setting those up as individual searches. And then sit back and let the jobs roll in, and you have plenty of time to decide what to apply for and plenty of time to do your application. So stage 4, once you get your CV, is market ready. So I'd always say to students, start with your CV. So once your CV looks good, and feel free to send it to me, make sure to download the CV templates on Moodle. There's one for business and there's one for technology. The analytics students may be a crossover of both, but that's fine. They follow the same format, and I guess the format really is full of evidence-based links, proof of your skills rather than these scales saying you're good at something. Show me the evidence, show me a presentation on YouTube, show me a presentation on SlideShare, show me a GitHub account to see your Java or Python code. Show me. So it's a visual thing, and if you can provide evidence of your skills, it's a lot stronger than just saying. So just something to think about. But once your CV is looking good, then you come into the profile piece here. So this is the view the profile, and you're adding it individually. So you have to go into each section, but keep your CV open, and then you just bring information over. So you can see, try and get the logos for the places you've went to college, which is important. And it's constantly updating itself. Is your current title at CCT College Dublin still Careers Advisor? So you can just confirm, highlight your skills. So it's always asking you for more and more information, which isn't a bad thing. So one of the things I wanted to show you is the updating your URL. So edit public profile and URL. So this is me here on LinkedIn. You see it's got my name, and Hannan. It's a bit small there, so hopefully you can see it. So you want to just make sure that your profile has your name, and if it doesn't, you can edit it, okay? So you might have to have a few numbers at the end, but make sure that it's your name, because you want your name to match the name on your CV, to match the name on your LinkedIn profile. So everything is the same, and the name on your email address, that it's the same version of the name. And I say this particularly to students who have a big long surnames with maybe 4 family names at the end. Pick whichever version you're going to use consistently. Have it as your email address, have it as your LinkedIn name, have it for any of on your CV, have the exact same name. So it's easy to find you, easy to track you, easy to find your application amongst many. Sometimes I see email addresses with, World Cup #1 fan@gmail.com, and it's not your name and I'm looking for you and I can't find you because your email doesn't reflect your name, and it can be just something that you get lost in the mix in terms of applications. You'd be surprised at the reasons people get lost. They've sent in a really good application, and little things can make a huge difference, like having a phone number with a voicemail set up so that if I call you for an interview, I can leave a message, because I may be interviewing 20 people. Your phone doesn't work or I can't leave a message, I might try again and then I'll leave it. So you've missed an interview opportunity. Or I might email you and your mailbox is full. You don't get the email. Maybe you're not checking your spam. So these little things can really go against you if you're not concentrating on that. So as soon as you're applying for jobs, make sure you have a voicemail set up. Okay, so here you go. You can put your about. Your specialist areas should be, like on your CV, it should be your key skills. So it should be those technical skills and those power skills, those transversal skills that you're bringing here, because there isn't a section for key skills on the LinkedIn profile. So if you're referring to the CCT templates I've created, there's a profile piece. Here I would also be adding the key skills area. Then you just attach, you talk about your work experience. You add the logos where possible for previous employers. Where have you worked? And then, of course, you can also ask for recommendations. And this is, again, evidence-based. It's showing that you worked in certain places at certain times, okay? Licenses and certificates. So you're really copying and pasting information across from your CV. The recommendations is slightly different. So you're going into your recommendations. So, you know, I can go in to see my, go back out of this a second. I can see all my recommendations. So these are people who have sent me recommendations, okay? People I've worked with, people who would know in my work ethic. And that's proof. They're like mini references. So when somebody sends you an application, when somebody recommends you on LinkedIn, they're really showing you that they, you know, it's proving that you were there when you said you were. So it can be very useful. Okay. So that's getting your profile up to 100%. Okay, so companies start to look at you when your profile is completed, and keep always an eye on it, because it starts then to ask you further questions. That's the joy of these things like Google. Things change where they are all the time, or they want more information. Customize your URL. Make sure your name is matching the name on your CV and your email. Get connected. So remember just about the connections. I would say do individual ones. Do not let it do a run through every email address in your email, because you will be sending out generic invites to many people, some who may not be useful to you on LinkedIn. Request recommendations, join groups, and add a professional photo. So there's no escape here, guys, for the photograph. There's no excuse, should I say. It should be professional headshot, and you can take multiple photographs and upload them. So just to remember, when you're uploading a picture onto your profile, just take as many headshots as you need to, and you can do it as many times as you like, until you get a photograph that you're happy with. All right. So just make sure and smile as well. It can be a lot more attractive in terms of interviewing. People like to see somebody with a smiling face, because it brings a bit of your personality. Groups, join some groups. So depending on the areas that you wish to work in, it's a good idea. So you can see here there's groups: big data and analytics, Harvard Business Review. So you can just look up different groups. So you want to maybe search for a group, and you're just going to find, search maybe analytics or fintech. Let's go on analyst fintech. And we want to find it in groups. So customer, so that's, sorry, we'll come back out here to groups. And we can go to, you can create a group as well, which could be quite interesting. These are groups I've requested to join, maybe that haven't come back to me just yet. So my groups. And again, you can just, oh, somebody here. You can create a group. So what would the group like to be about? If you want to set up your own group, that could be good too. So you want to then look up some groups, and we might do a group on analytics. Analytics development. These are internships, companies, people, posts, and groups. Okay, so big data and analytics, big data analytics. So maybe this is a group we might like to join. So you click on it and you just press join. Or sometimes they'll come back to you. So you can read a bit about it, obviously, see what groups, but that can look really good on a CV as well. Not so much that you joined a group, but maybe that you've contributed to a group in some way. So that again can be something that's very useful. I would also say Meetup is a great place to join groups, but it's going to enhance your profile as well.
Thank you. Yeah.
So I would say go to CCT Learning Space and just have a look at the CV templates. Once they're okay, and feel free to send me your CV, just then I would start updating my profile on LinkedIn. But it's so useful in promoting yourself. You see all the graduates, this just from last week, they're posting about themselves and they're going to link that directly back into their own CVs. You can write your own article, so you can start a post and you can publish it. So if you're feeling very passionate or you really want to prove that you've got very good technical writing skills, that you're great at writing business plans, that you want to promote an idea, business idea, you can do this and you can share that link then on your CV by creating a hyperlink. So again, all of this stuff.
Sorry, is that in LinkedIn?
Yeah, that's on LinkedIn. Yeah. So you can go back into LinkedIn. So we can go back to,
Where is that?
Leave that person. They must have tried to come back in again. So you can just do a search.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, sorry. No, hang on now. We're going to just go back out to the home.
Sorry about that. I didn't see when.
Yeah, no. So here, so you can post, you see video here. You see, so it's in the home section, guys.
Okay.
You can post a photo. You can say you made a little YouTube video, which you can obviously just link into anything. But if you wanted to add your video here, an audio event, so for example, a podcast, and write an article. Okay, so Anne Hannan next. And no, I can add a little cover photograph and I can start writing here and then you publish. Is that all right?
Yeah,
so it's the home section. So these are new ways, and every time I come in, there's something new happening. Okay, so it's video, write an article, audio events, photographs, and you can see here people are really getting going with all the photographs from last Saturday's graduation event. So loads of ways you can promote yourself. So I suppose the key things, the checklist is register, create an account, personalize your URL. You don't have to be doing your profile straight away. And I think that's the one thing I would say, like, people are afraid of, think they have to update their profile first. You don't. You can set up those amazing job alerts, follow companies, then update your CV and start updating it, connect in with people, request recommendations. Now your profile would have to be updated before you do that. Promoting yourself, obviously your profile would have to be updated, but you can join the groups, contribute. There's LinkedIn Learning as well. I'll show you that now. I just want to check the chat. Okay, that's fine. That's okay. No problem on connecting with me. Okay. So let's just come out of that a second. And just back here, I want to show you LinkedIn Learning, which can be very useful as well. So just have a play around with the system if you're not familiar on it. Some of these are more for paid membership. Insights will give you some statistics. You can advertise, find links. But this LinkedIn Learning can be, and this is posting a job, obviously, if you're at that side of the recruitment thing, we're looking for jobs. So I'm focusing on the free version of LinkedIn that you're not paying any money. Start my free month trial. So if you have a month where you've got a little bit of spare time, says you, because you're so busy working and studying. But if you did, then, and say you really want to upskill in a particular area, you could pick which courses you want to do, and then you could find a month where you can get through as many as you possibly can that will look really good on your CV. Okay, so Excel, managing and analyzing data. Excel is a great tool, be it across business or technology or analytics. It's really useful. So this course, you can click on it, and I would be adding this into my CV. So let's see, it's 3 hours, 42 minutes. So start my free month, okay? So we might want to do this. So it's telling us all about this course. So if I wanted to say, add this to my CV, I would be doing something like this. So let me just, if I just open a document there, just randomly say this is my CV. CV template, actually, let's just do it for real. So this is the business CV template. So you can see I'm going to go down here to the section on continued professional development, and I'm going to put, okay, I'm going to do this advanced. I'm going to do a few of these courses now coming up to Christmas because my exams are done, and I'm going to do it. So it's 2022. We're going to put ongoing because I have started but not quite finished yet. What's the name of it? That's it. Excel, managing and analyzing data. It's from LinkedIn Learning. I'm going to put that's where it's from. And does this link me straight through to it? Maybe not. So I'm coming up here and I just want to show you the hyperlink idea as well. So I've taken the title exactly as it's called here. Here I right click on this. I copy the information. I'm going now back to my CV. I'm going to highlight this bit here. The little paperclip icon is where you add a hyperlink. That's the link to it, and I'm going to apply it. Hang on now. We want to, this is it. This is the text. So we don't want to change the text. We just want to add in the link. It was probably in there already. Let's just, okay. So if I click on this now, hopefully it will bring me to this. So I can see, oh, this is what you're doing. That's pretty cool. And you might get your certificate. So on a CV, these things can look really, really good, particularly if I want a job. So for example, if you want a job in, let's go back to the analytics again. But if there's something, maybe you haven't done much on Tableau and you want to do a little bit more. Tableau, there's 21 courses. And you want to do some of those because you really want to work in analytics and you want to show and prove to the world that that's what you want to do. So you can pick some of these and you can find a day where you have 30 days so you can use the free trial, and you can crack on with some of the courses. And you'll see here, they give you synopsis. That's 4 hours, 19 minutes. So that's quite a lot, isn't it? It's 4 hours, you know, you're all busy. 16 hours, develop your Tableau skills. That's probably a good one to do, you know. So again, it'll look quite impressive on a CV is what I'm saying. So depending on whatever those skills are, do consider it. So let me see, was there anything else that was learning, LinkedIn, contribute, join? There's a lot there. Is there, like, let's just check to see if you guys have any questions. If not, I would ask you to fill in the feedback form if you enjoyed this or you would like some other type of workshops. Again, we'd love to hear from you. Just to say, next week is the last of our student success series for this term. So we're going to be looking at tailoring CVs. So if you missed the CV workshop from yesterday, I will be going over CVs, tailoring, and looking at networking as well. And then interview skills on Wednesday, the 30th of November.
Wednesday, yeah.
Yeah, so Wednesday's interview and Monday is tailoring CVs, okay? There we go. So, and again, here are my details, guys. So Anne, Hannan at cct.ie. They're my hours. And if you need to contact me, just pop me an email. But I'm just going to check the chat now and just to see if there's any comments. Okay, I think everybody's okay. Any questions before we wrap it up this evening?
No, I think that's it. For me, you covered everything in there.
Yeah, there's more to it now, but just if you got through the basics of that, I can't express enough how useful LinkedIn is to enhance your job search strategy, and in particular looking for jobs, you know, following companies. One more thing I will say that can be useful here on LinkedIn. If we're back in the jobs, say you're updating your CV and you have done a job previously. So it's not what you want to do now, but it's something you did previously. Can anyone give me an example of just something that they may have done before their new area? So previous role. I just want to show you an example here. So maybe before I worked in analytics. So Abdu, what did you do before?
Yeah, I did technical training.
You were a technical trainer, were you?
Yes.
Technical writer, recruiter, technical trainer, yeah?
Yeah.
So you want to put on your CV now, you want to update your CV and you want to talk about being a technical trainer. So you can use the exact same things. You're researching technical trainer, and then you're going to look at, rather than translating, and this is really good and useful for people who where English is not your first language. So rather than doing a translate using something like Google Translate or trying to translate yourself, it's all out there. You just need to put it in the past tense. So what you're doing here then under your CV, you might say essential duties, instructor-led training, led instructor-led courses and workshops, on-site, remote, guided, past tense, motivated, led participants to meet instructional objectives, so on. You might want to talk about your collaboration and teamwork. And again, you can have all of the information here, so you don't have to be thinking about how to write what you did before. You just find the jobs here and look at, you don't have to just go with the first one. There's another one there. You can have a look to see what they say, and you're finding the best of you in all of these. You might have done half of a sentence. Experienced, past tense ed, delivering presentations and training to a small and large group of people. And off you go. So obviously you would have excellent presentation and communication skills. So now you have something to put into your key skills as well. So you use it for the before and the current and the future. Okay, so we can use it for everything. So it's really, really useful. Okay, so I hope that was helpful. It's all recorded. So if I was speaking too fast and just trying to give you as much information as I possibly can, you will find it. I'll have it uploaded tomorrow, so you'll be able to find it online as well. So thank you very much for attending tonight, guys, and have a great evening. Okay, you're welcome. Okay, let's stop sharing now, and we'll just turn off the recording.